Hi, hello, welcome back. I'm doing another video today. I promise I'm fine. But we're going to talk about the new Boy Next Door album, which is Why. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about how this video is going to work. Because it's almost like a repackage kind of, because this is their first mini album, right? But it has all the songs that were on their first single album, which I reviewed. And as we know, it's like a repackage. I don't want to talk about the songs I already talked about. I hate talking about songs I already talked about because I've already talked about them. So I think I'm going to just treat this like a repackage. I'm going to put my original Boy Next Door review, like, of their debut. I'm going to put that in the description. This video, we're going to just talk about the new songs. And then my score is going to cover all the songs. However, I do have a few disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number one, this album came out this morning, meaning that other than the 3 songs that are on their debut, I've heard these songs once, okay? I'm one listen in. I didn't loop them, I'm just one listen in. But my opinions on all of them very much may change over time. Second disclaimer is, of course, my standard one. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Okay, now that we have all that out of the way, we can get started. And the first song we're going to talk about is Crying, and it's fine. Like, the vocals are nice, they sounded good here, but at the end of the day, the song just really isn't giving that much. There was also just something about the chorus that really turned me off to it. I think it was the lyricism, like, crying like a baby is just such a cliche line. Like, you could have done a little bit more to it. I feel like that was part of what turned me off to it, but just in general, like, I didn't enjoy the chorus. I will say, though, the raps in the second verse were very good. I actually really liked them. I thought they fit the vibe of the song well. They didn't feel out of place, and in more vocally based songs, you may or may not know, I have a thing about raps in them. I usually hate them. I didn't hate these, so we'll take what we can get. But just as a whole, I feel like this song needed a little more work. On to the next song, which is the title track, But Sometimes. And can I just say for a minute, after their last album, with its 3 music videos, I'm glad there's only one here. To be fair, crack theory time. Are we ready for our conspiracy theory? I think they didn't make as much money on the Boy Next Door debut that they thought they were going to. Like, I think that they were expecting to make a lot more that could have covered the cost of 3 music videos. I'm not saying they didn't make their money back. I'm sure they did. But, like, in terms, because, like, if you look at New Jeans, right, like, New Jeans is still getting, like, 4 music videos an album because New Jeans makes a shit ton of money. I think if Boy Next Door had been more successful, they'd probably still be getting more music videos. That's just my theorem. But I'm not here to discuss my random finance theories of the Hybe conglomerate. I'm here to talk about the music. And this song, if you ask me, personally, I would say it's pretty good. Firstly, the background music, it's great. It has this, like, soft rock vibe to it that I think really worked here, and just in general, I was a fan of. As for the verses, they're solid. The raps were once again quite good, and I think they realized, as Zico's boy group, they need to not do terrible raps. Like, they need to have some quality raps. This one was good, but that is not a case for the entire album. I'll just put it that way. The chorus, meanwhile, I enjoyed it. It hit just enough without going too far, which I do appreciate. Also, the way they changed the lyrics to the last chorus, I really liked. I thought it was cool. It was an interesting way to shift up the chorus. I wanted to give it a shout out because I liked it. Big picture, though, this is no groundbreaking piece of music. I'm of the opinion that pretty much all Boy Next Door titles they all fall into the pretty good category. I'd say that for, like, all their songs, really. They're all pretty good, and all their titles are pretty even for me. I think I like this one slightly more, but, like, they're very close. Anyway, last but not least, we have ABCDLOVE, and listen, okay? I know this song is basic. I know this is a very basic song, but for some reason that I cannot explain, I was really into it. I don't know, like, I think the chorus is cute, the background music is good, like, I was having fun to it. I can't explain my logic. However, I do want to point out the pre-chorus of the song is stunning. I want them to do an entire song like that. I want, like, a full-length song that is the vibes of this pre-chorus, because this pre-chorus was a moment and I want more of it. But that is all I have to tell you about this album. So with that, it is score time. And overall, I'm going to give this album an 8.6 out of 10. All of the songs were pretty good. They were all pretty good. There were no bad songs here, but there were no great songs here either. I know I said this earlier, but, like, every Boy Next Door song, which is every song on this album, but all their songs are pretty good, which could be considered a win. There are no bad songs on this album. But at the same time, none of their songs have really crossed over into fully being good songs either, which just isn't the most ideal for me. Also, I'm standing by my main complaint about their last album, which is just that they don't really have a distinctive sound. Now, hear me out. I get experimenting. I understand, especially when you're this early into your career, you want to try out a lot of things. You want to see what fits both for you as an artist and also just for the general public. You want to see what does well. The difference is Boy Next Door doesn't do it. Like, I think of Nine Eye, right? Like, Nine Eye has done a totally different type of title for each of their albums, but they're all good songs, and they're all, at the end of the day, not really songs that I hear other groups doing to the same extent as the Boy Next Door songs. Like, Boy Next Door songs, to me, feel like something every single boy group can and has done, to an extent that it's like you don't seem to really have anything that makes your songs uniquely you. But again, none of their songs are bad. I enjoyed them all to a certain extent. So yeah, 8.6 out of 10. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what your favorite song is. You can also like and subscribe if you want to, or don't. I'll be okay either way. And in the description, I'm putting my review of their debut. It has the first 3 songs on this album on there, so you can check that out to see how I feel about those songs. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!